way. The meek is the only one qualified for guidance, not the proud, not the arrogant. The meek is the only one qualified to be taught the way of God. I'd like you to listen to me very carefully on this point. When we talk about meekness, what are we talking about? First, ability to be taught. Teachability. Also, meekness refers to the ability to be corrected. Ability to be taught. Ability to be corrected. It refers to the ability to make a U-turn when you realize you have made the wrong turn. And God sees a meek heart. And he knows. Listen. The reason why there is so much frustration in this world is because meek people are scarce. Nobody saw God like Moses. Nobody heard God like Moses. God said, if there was any prophet, I spoke to them in parables, in visions. But my servant Moses is not like that. I spoke to him face to face. What qualified Moses for that level of hearing God? Numbers chapter 12 verse 3 gave us an answer. He said, now the man Moses was very meek, above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. The man Moses was very meek, above all the men. He was meeker than everyone in his generation, and he heard God more than anyone in his generation. He saw God more than anyone in his generation. He saw God more than anyone. Meekness means this move I made is a wrong move, so I return. He says, no matter how far you have gone in the wrong direction, make a U-turn when you discover you are wrong. Am I communicating? There are people who pack their load out of this country and arrive the UK, arrive the US, and by the first day they arrived, everything inside them said you are in the wrong place. Everything, every single thing says you made the wrong move. Peace is lost, joy is lost. Everything is just like Sahara Desert. But who are they to make a U-turn? What will people say if I go home? They will say I'm confused. Is it not America that people are succeeding? I will remain here. They would rather die with the wrong step than to make a change. That is where there is a bankruptcy of meekness. Huh? They will remain there for 15 years. They suffered for those 15 years. And they say, all right, let me just go back home. That is 15 years wasted forever. 15 years that could have been applied in another direction, more profitable, wasted forever. Because meekness was lacking. There are people who entered the relationship. After 1 week of interacting with this man or this man or woman, it is clear to them that they have missed it. This can't be your wife. This can't be your husband. For where? They have to go on like an ox to the slaughter. Just keep on, keeping on, keep on, keeping on. Every single day of their life reminds them that they are with the wrong person. But I've wasted too much time. I've been single for long. Let me just marry, and even if it doesn't work, at least let them say he married before. Bastard devil. Huh? So wedding card is out. What is wedding card compared to destiny? Compared to the fulfillment of your life's assignment? Nothing. You know, there was a time where our church in Area 1, the church, Dunamis Church worldwide was one branch, Area 1. And then they say some people are coming from Nyanya, from Maraba, and they are unable to cope. So let's assist them with a branch there. At that time, God never spoke to us anything about branch. So according to the leading of the people, not the leading of God, we took a branch to them in Nyanya. That branch lasted for only about 5 weeks. When the Lord showed to me that he was not involved and that he didn't give us any direction to start a branch. You are aware of what I'm saying? He didn't give us no direction. I told the pastor at that time, I said, return back to base on the spot. He said, what do I do with the equipment? I said, dash it to any church that is nearby. Dash the equipment to any church nearby. We're all preaching the gospel. Dash it to them. Dash them the chairs. What about the people? Anyone who cannot come from there, you should find nearby churches there. So we returned back to base and continued until the marching order came to now step into the city. Now there are, well, I don't know. I mean, I need to go to the check now. Over 100 churches scattered here and there. Some running 4 or 5 services. We went when it was commanded and he became committed. But when you do the things that God has not commanded, it requires your own commitment to make it work. Is God speaking to anybody here at all? This is very, very important. Don't ever be too proud to say I am wrong. As prophetic as Samuel was, he was wrong. I listened to God's servant Bishop David Oyedepo. From the testimonies I heard from him, I think he made more wrong steps than right steps. Except that he received correction and he will make a U-turn immediately. For example, when he was commissioned to ministry, the address of the headquarters of the ministry was Jos. That was where they commissioned him in 1983 September. By Pastor E. Adeboye laid hands on him, commissioned him. Everybody, Jos is ready. People have been in Jos there for 1 full year. They have secured an office ready to move to Jos. We released this servant of the Lord to go to Jos. And as the commissioning was over and he was praying, God said, you are going to know Jos. He said, what? God said, it was not me you heard. You heard your heart. He said, you remember in 1974 when you were playing table tennis around the Genta area of Jos. At that time you told yourself, if I have the choice of where to live in the future, Jos will be the place. It is that choice you had, not me. So it is that voice, that decision you had, not me. As for you, I will have you to remain here at Uturn there. And he stayed put. Then from there, what do we do from Jos? All of you return back. All the people who saw me praying for me to go to Jos, when I tell them I'm not going to Jos anymore, what would they say? Wouldn't they say I am confused? It's immaterial. We don't move by sentiments, we move by his voice. When you are married to your mistakes, you continue to deliver regrets. There are people who want to remain married to the mistake. I've already made the mistake, so just remain married to the mistakes. And just because of what will people say, what will this person say, they just remain with what is wrong. And they continue to deliver regrets for life. That was